Well, you join me on Tuesday, 14th of May. It's a lot colder this week. In fact, it's 14 degrees at the moment. Only been 15 degrees maximum today. Absolutely zero signs of spawning. Haven't been any signs of spawning since the weather changed on Sunday. So, utilised my time to come back out. See if I stand a little bit of chance of catching something. And this seems to be the smaller fish that was spawning, so with any luck I do stand a little bit of chance of actually catching something a little bit more special, is what we want really. As you may have noticed, I am tucked away in the swamp again. We love the swamp. Someone's going to ask me why I'm always fishing the swamp and not anywhere else. I'll explain that over the next couple of days, because it's about 8:15, 20 past 8 now. Only got here 20 past 6, something like that. Bit on the drag today. There's any way I can actually squeeze in the third night, and with the conditions today, it's only just cleared up now. It's been raining and windy, all sorts of stuff today, and it rained all last night as well. As you can see, the water levels in here are sort of back up. It's rushing off the forest again, coming in the inlet. I've got a southeast, south southerly wind over the next 3 or 4 days. It just seemed, well, logical to come back in here, and I do like to just keep the bait going in. But it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, can you imagine I've been sitting here last Friday night, clear skies, when the old Aurora Borealis was going off? It would have been absolutely amazing. But where was I? Fast asleep by 10 o'clock at night. Absolutely shattered and dead to the world. So, there we go. Can't win them all, considering the amount of time I'm out here. It's quite comical, I think, really. We've done exactly what we normally do. One under the tree in the margins, and one out there. And I just basically just keep on going and keep on baiting, really. Best way. Right, I'm not going to go on too much more. I need to sit down, have something to eat, have a brew, and yeah, sort the rest of. Well, the bivvy's actually been good. I thought I'd actually tidy the bivvy up. See, look, the bivvy's absolutely perfect. So you don't normally see it like that, do you? Absolutely perfect. So yeah, all good really. All good. Beautiful surroundings. Hopefully I'll get some good pictures if the carpy gods are good to me. With the things in the background. I can't think what they're called. I'm going to call them lilies, but I doubt they are. I can't think what they are at the moment. But there we go. I'll leave with that view. And yeah, catch up soon. Well, you ain't going to believe this. I looked on the forecast on the way down here, and the weatherman said it was going to rain at 9 o'clock. And it's 20:58, and the clouds have come over, and it started raining. I didn't think they could be that accurate nowadays, but apparently they can. So yeah, a little bit of a moody skies going on out there. Bit of rain. I thought the rain had passed for the day, so what we want. It's looking so carpy, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've heard one to my left. I could do with hearing a few more, because that's where the water, the swim that Ian normally fishes into the left of me. Behind that there's a bay. You can fish the bay, but it's got so many fallen trees in it. If anything, you hooked over about £15, you'd probably lose in a tree. Shame. I have fished it a couple of times, but there's a huge inlet there. The water runs down straight off the forest into the lake. That's why it goes up and down so quickly. But yeah, so there's a good bit of water coming in here. And on the way here, I've been sort of going across the ford on the way every time for the last couple of weeks. And last week is just a little sort of trickle across it. And after 12, 13, 14 hours of rain last night, absolutely lashing through again. So that lovely fresh water will be flowing through. I don't like sort of pitching up too close to where the fresh water comes in. I like to be sort of off it, because that's when it'll all sort of slow down and sort of congregate. Probably sort of more in front of the ends than me, to be perfectly honest with you. But I can fish the spot here and fishes from here, but I shouldn't really, so I might go and fish there, which will be a little bit unfair on them. I don't really want to bait a spot and end up letting someone in fishing it, really. It's a bit stupid, really, isn't it? But there we go. So no, it's yeah, all pretty good. And dark quickly as well. But, yeah, happy with that. Little update. Nearly bedtime. Some keeping, and wake up to a belter in the middle of the night would be nice. Fish. Third take of the night. Lost one, unfortunately. But not happy with this. Early doors in the morning. Birds going crazy. Absolutely beautiful, eh? Absolutely beautiful. Hey. Oh. Well. Good morning. It's 4:30ish, I think, something like that. There we are. Clear skies today. It's interesting. Didn't think it was supposed to be. But hey, I can only observe what we're seeing at the moment. Check the weather forecast later. Yeah, bit of action in the night. Just put my second fish back. Did sort of lose another one in between. Bit unfortunate, but that's life as it goes. Both fish on that right hand rod. They're both kited left quite hard, so I pull them straight through where I'm fishing on the left hand rod, which is a bit of a pain. It sort of makes me wonder whether you put two rods out at night and bring one rod in for the day, put it on that day spot. Not quite what I wanted to do, really. I know I can catch fish from there during the night. It's just the bigger fish I'm after. A sneaky monster that I'm quite convinced goes along back. Oh, good morning to you. I am filming from the other side of the bivvy this morning because I've had a few bites from under that tree where I've got a bait between 8 and 8:30. So the door sort of 3/4 of the way up, and I'm just sort of peering out. And yeah, well, the cloud cover came. The weatherman was right. It's picked up nicely. A couple of flips on that right hand rod a couple of times, and the bobbins dropped back about 7:15, 8, I think it was. I didn't look at the time at the time, but I was sort of holding out till 8:30 to actually do that rod. I don't disturb the left hand rod. One of them things, really. Just have to sort of do it. I'm not quite sure what occurred. The rod tip sort of knocked, sort of bounced a little bit as well. Well, as you've just seen, whatever happened to me before completely and utterly weeded me up. Which is a bit strange. I did gain ground on the fish and then weed myself up, so I don't know whether the fish weeded itself up or it just weeded itself up when I was pulling it in. It was, I don't know, something occurred, whether it was a fish, whether it was just me reeling in over the weed. We've got a lot of weed out there. I think as this year progresses, it's going to be more and more problematic. It's one of the reasons why I'm not fishing too far out, but I might have to have a sort of contemplate coming closer in realistically. The wind is pushing absolutely gorgeously onto this margin. It really, really is. It's absolutely beautiful. So hopefully I can get myself a fish or two today. Just have to wait and see, really. Yeah, and there is a bit of sunshine due, so things will sort of ebb and flow. If not, it's going to be all tonight. So if it's going to be all tonight again, I must also make sure I get a bit of sleep as well through today. Otherwise, it's going to be hard going through the night. And it's when you make mistakes when you're not completely and utterly rested. So it's it'll be something I've got to consider today. But yeah, we shall see. Right, I've got another brew on the go. About 8:45 now. Yeah, fingers crossed, really. Not sure if that margin was going to go off. I want to leave it there during the day. It's just the fish do go up and down those margins during the day, so I know it should produce me fish at some point. And it is to produce me one big fish. That's the one I'm after. And I have witnessed it travelling up and down here a couple of times over the years. So, yeah, it's got to be worth a go. Right, well, this kettle starts making too much noise. I'll catch up with you later on, realistically. Well, isn't it beautiful out here? The wind has picked up and swung a little bit more. Well, it's southerly really, but I think it's got a little bit of southwest kicked in it at the moment. Nicely pushing down here. Guys set up over on the lawns there earlier on, but a couple of hours, he sort of day angler, so he sort of moved on to somewhere else. So a bit concerning that he didn't find anything, but there we go. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna have to definitely chop up the right hand rod. A bit concerned about the left hand rod. That hasn't sort of produced or done anything yet, which is unusual. Not sure if the fish are actually moving along these margins yet. Don't know. Problem is I can't tell. Or sticking a GoPro down there or something and seeing if it goes by. They're quite deep. They're about sort of 3.5, 4 foot deep. So I'm not going to know if anything's going by. It sort of surprised me really. I was hoping it sort of picks up something during sort of the daylight hours really. Going along there, water's still quite murky. I've kept myself pretty quiet, tucked up in the bivvy. Door's been mostly sort of, letterbox style, so any sort of movement, I still get a little bit concerned about the shiny little bit on the bivvy door, sort of reflecting into the water. So I don't know about that. Because this swim, there used to be a huge great big tree there. It used to be quite sheltered, this swim. Mind you, I've never really fished the margins. There's always fishing out in open water with both rods. Yeah, I'm just going to have to stick with the plan, I think, at the moment. Just stick with it, see where we go. I feel it should be a spot. It feels absolutely perfect. You can see, I told you the wind's picked up. It's got a good old blow on it. Quite good, really. Yeah, I'm gonna top up bait I've got left over that rod. If I get another good night tonight, I'll have to always carry a supply of put baits in the car, put baits, freebies in the car, just in case it sort of goes crazy. I don't often carry them to the car or anything like that. So I just sort of leave them in the car, carry them to the swim. But yes, I'm feeling. I'm gonna try and work out it's best to drop at the swim. To be perfectly honest with you, sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock. I think it might be about the right time. Ian's produced some sort of fishing things, hasn't he? Sort of in the afternoon and sort of 1:30ish, things like that. So it's going to be a tricky one. I don't know exactly when I got to do it, but yeah. Don't think I'm going to bother putting any bait over the left end rod. I might cat pot some pellets. 11, 12 mil pellets. I think they're 11 mil pellets. I like big chunky pellets and cat pot them over. It's a little bit more of a sort of carpet of food and attraction down there than small micro pellets sometimes. I like to use micro pellets in the bags so you get sort of like a mound. Little micro pellets that break down pretty quickly, but the bigger pellets sort of, stay there for quite some time, which is great. But we shall see, really. I sort of feel it's going to be a nighttime thing only. I haven't had any more sleep. Not necessarily a good thing, but I might have to go to bed early at night. Could be the answer. Right. It's time for lunch as well. Always got to have a little bit of food.